As much as I've hyped up the semifinals WNBA matches and the storylines that could be, the reality is the WNBA is in for a ratings bloodbath. The WNBA is about to see what a league without Caitlin Clark looks like. And it's a shame, because really, it's the decisions across the entire league that have squandered this moment. Some you might have missed. So, let's dive into it. Why the WNBA scheduled their kickoff semifinals matches on NFL Sunday is beyond me. I thought maybe, Saturdays in college football is a bigger draw, but even looking at that, there's only one college football game last year that broke the NFL average viewership. However, they did this last week with the kickoff quarterfinals, and the only player and team to really break that trend was Caitlin Clark. And the Caitlin Clark effect was in full effect. You had her game with 1.8 million average viewers on a Sunday, NFL Sunday proof. Everyone else, about 425K average. That's not great. Last year, there's not a lot of great semifinals viewership reporting, but the finals was around 728K. And I think it peaked around 1.3 million. But if your peak from your finals and the final moment wherein everybody's going to tune in and you're expecting the biggest spike possible is 500K lower than a quarterfinals match with Caitlin Clark, it's starting to ring some alarm bells. Last year, that 728K for the finals was a 36% increase from the previous year. This is probably why a lot of players feel like they were heading in the right direction. Creating super teams tends to draw interest. However, you can't deny that there's a different kind of effect with Caitlin Clark and that she is the catalyst for all this attention coming their way. Now, the Clark effect should have created a ton of fans that even if Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are out, those fans found other players that they enjoyed maybe watching. Maybe they want to see how the Sun do, and if, maybe the eventual champions beat out the Fever and it was closer than everybody thought, or you want to see the 40 points a game Nafisa Collier and the defensive player of the year, or you want to see last year's championship match duke it out in the semifinals. However, instead of transferring that bandwagon of fans or people who might be interested, the WNBA has instead alienated those fans. Specifically, the Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans. While no player deserves racist or hateful personal attacks, to pin it all on the Indiana Fever fans was not a move I expected. And again, it kind of shows an immaturity from a league that wasn't ready for the attention. Alyssa Thomas spoke out targeting the fan base immediately following the Fever's elimination. DiJonai throughout the season has made comments about the fan base specifically. Former players, ESPN hosts have said that Caitlin Clark needs to do more. Heck, they've even said that Christy Sides and Lynn Dunn need to do more. Like somehow they're going to stop online trolls and people that want to spew hateful stuff online. It is wild, but it's another indicator. It handled its awards like Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year in the worst way possible, especially after the media filled every headline with the race between her and Angel Reese, and it was all that could be talked about up to the Olympic break. So it's understandable if many fans, including you, don't want to watch the WNBA. It might be because of NFL Sunday and you got fantasy football going on, like myself. It might be because you've been told by the players in the league that you aren't wanted. Or it might be because Caitlin Clark is the only thing strong enough to get you through the WNBA's awful officiating. I mean, it's real bad. It's kind of like wrestling. I half expect Caitlin Clark to be dodging a steel chair while a ref swallows a whistle at some point. Let me know what you think about in the comments down below. Leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, and stay tuned because I have a lot of other videos coming on doing a deep dive into the poor officiating on Caitlin Clark this year and why the officiating is poor, the ongoing saga of the players hating on one of the nicest and most professional human beings in sports and her fan base. But remember, as always, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. And I'll catch you next episode.